The world is full of all manner of terrifying creatures, from snakes to bugs, and so much more. But while most of us are familiar with dangerous creatures from the safety of zoos, encountering one in their natural habitat is a whole different experience. In this video, we'll take you through some of the world's most dangerous animals and how they interact with humans. And trust me when I say, you'll be terrified. Get ready to discover what makes these creatures so formidable and why we should approach them with not just a great deal of respect, but buckets of caution. These are 24 of the world's most mysterious critters. Number 24, the giant stingray. The giant stingray is a massive and awe-inspiring creature that resides in rivers and other aquatic environments. Known for its incredible size and mysterious nature, this species can be both captivating and dangerous. While these stingrays generally prefer to glide quietly through the water, they can become threatening if provoked. The largest recorded giant stingray, found in Asia, measured about 4 meters in length and weighed over 300 kilograms. Just imagine coming face to face with an animal of that size. Its stinger, though not a naturally aggressive feature, can deliver a potent toxin that is harmful to humans. The sting can even penetrate bone, making it incredibly dangerous. Fortunately, these creatures are not naturally inclined to attack, and they usually avoid conflict unless they feel cornered. If you ever come across one, it's best to admire it from a distance and not test its patience.
Before we go on, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now, or this centipede will crawl on your face when you're sleeping.
Number 23, the electric eel. The electric eel, a native of the Amazon River, is as dangerous as it is fascinating. This remarkable creature is capable of generating powerful electric shocks, thanks to specialized organs that allow it to produce electricity. These shocks can reach up to 650 volts, enough to stun or even kill small prey. While electric eels primarily use their shocking abilities for hunting or self-defense, they can also deliver a potent jolt if they feel threatened. Though it may give you quite a shock, the electric eel typically won't pose a serious risk to humans unless you're fully submerged in water and in poor health. Most often, the shock is painful but not life-threatening. With its ability to generate such high voltages, the electric eel is one of the most unique animals in the Amazon, blending natural wonder with raw power. Number 22, the arapaima, the armored giant. The arapaima, the largest freshwater fish in the world, is a giant that demands respect. Growing up to 3 meters long, it's no wonder that this fish is a true powerhouse in its river habitat. But it's not just the arapaima's size that makes it formidable. Its tough, armor-like scales are what really set it apart. These scales are built like nature's version of plywood, with layers of collagen fibers that offer protection against predators. Despite its heavy armor, the arapaima is remarkably agile, able to dart through the water with ease. It's also unique in that, unlike most fish, the arapaima has to surface regularly to breathe. This need to rise for air adds an interesting twist to its behavior and survival strategy. With its combination of strength, size, and adaptability, the arapaima remains one of the most impressive creatures in the world's freshwater systems. Number 21, the giant river otter. The giant river otter is not the first creature you might think of when imagining dangerous wildlife, but these otters are formidable in their own right. As the largest otter species, they can grow up to 1.8 meters in length. Though they're not typically aggressive towards humans, these social animals form complex family structures and can be territorial when defending their groups. Once considered a nuisance by local communities, the giant river otter is now recognized for its important ecological role in the Amazon River. Unfortunately, their numbers have dwindled and they are now endangered due to hunting and habitat loss. With fewer than 5,000 remaining in the wild, the plight of the giant river otter underscores the need for better conservation efforts. These otters are a symbol of how human actions can put pressure on a species, making it all the more important to protect these incredible creatures for future generations. Number 20. Jaguars of the Amazon. The jaguar is one of the most fearsome and elusive predators in the Amazon rainforest. As the only big cat found in both North and South America, the jaguar stands out for its strength, agility, and stealth. It ranks as the third largest big cat in the world, behind lions and tigers, and is a solitary creature that hunts alone. Jaguars are expert swimmers, which makes them unique among big cats. They are just as capable in the water as they are on land, often hunting fish and even caimans. Known for their powerful jaws, they can deliver a bite strong enough to crush skulls and shells with ease. Their sleek, muscular bodies and incredible stealth make them one of the most effective hunters in the animal kingdom. If you were to encounter a jaguar in the wild, it would likely be a heart-pounding experience, as their ability to strike with precision and speed is unmatched. Whether on land or in the water, the jaguar reigns as the ultimate apex predator in the Amazon. Number 19. The spectacled bear. The Amazon rainforest is home to many fascinating animals, and one of the more surprising residents is the spectacled bear. This is the only bear species native to South America, and despite their impressive presence, spotting one is a rare event. These bears are technically omnivores, feeding on a varied diet that includes fruits, small animals, and insects. They are generally not aggressive towards humans unless provoked, though they have earned a mixed reputation. Much of this fear stems from their interactions with humans, particularly farmers who worry about their livestock. Unfortunately, this fear has led to hunting, and the spectacled bear is now listed as vulnerable. Thankfully, there are ongoing conservation efforts to protect these creatures and their habitats. With continued protection, there's hope that future generations will be able to appreciate the unique presence of the spectacled bear in the wild. They may be elusive, but the efforts to preserve them are important for the biodiversity of the Amazon. Number 18. The candiru fish. The candiru fish, a notorious Amazon River dweller, is a creature that certainly earns its place in the list of dangerous animals. This tiny fish is infamous for its parasitic lifestyle. It typically latches onto other fish through their gills, feeding on their blood. The candiru can grow up to 40 centimeters in length, though it is usually much smaller, allowing it to infiltrate small spaces with ease. What makes this fish even more unsettling is the local urban legend associated with it. There's a belief that the candiru can swim up the urethra of men who are urinating in the river, which has made this fish feared more than many larger predators. While scientists have debunked this as highly improbable, the legend persists, adding to the mystique surrounding the candiru. Regardless of the truth behind this myth, the real danger lies in its parasitic behavior, which can cause significant harm to its hosts. For anyone venturing into the Amazon waters, it's a reminder to be cautious and aware of the creatures beneath the surface. Number 17. The Amazon River Dolphin. The Amazon River dolphin, also known as Inia geoffrensis, is an exceptional and remarkable creature. These dolphins are an anomaly in the world of dolphins, as they live in freshwater rivers rather than the ocean. Growing over 2.4 meters long, these dolphins have a unique pinkish coloration that sets them apart from their oceanic relatives. While their appearance is fascinating, the Amazon River dolphins face significant threats due to human activity. Pollution and habitat destruction have caused their numbers to decline dramatically. Once abundant in the vast Amazon River systems, their future is now uncertain, and conservation efforts are critical to preserving their habitats and ensuring their survival. These dolphins don't have natural predators in the river, but the challenges they face from environmental damage are making it difficult for their population to recover. Efforts are ongoing, but much more work is needed to protect these gentle and beautiful creatures from the dangers posed by human interference. Number 16. The red-bellied piranha. When most people think of piranhas, they immediately picture violent, bloodthirsty creatures tearing into flesh. The red-bellied piranha is often the species that comes to mind, thanks to its fearsome reputation in popular media. While they do have sharp teeth and can become aggressive, the reality of their behavior is more nuanced. These piranhas are omnivores, meaning their diet isn't exclusively meat. They also consume plants and scavenged food. They are often seen as nature's cleanup crew, consuming dead or dying animals rather than hunting healthy prey. The red-bellied piranha isn't the terrifying, mindless predator often portrayed in movies. Instead, they form schools to protect themselves from larger predators, only becoming aggressive in rare circumstances. While you should still approach them with caution, the exaggerated fear surrounding piranhas doesn't entirely match their actual behavior. Understanding their true nature helps to appreciate their role in the ecosystem, reminding us that not all dangerous animals are as fearsome as they appear. Number 15. The green iguana. At first glance, the green iguana doesn't seem like it would be dangerous. Often seen as a calm and even docile reptile, these creatures are popular pets in many parts of the world. However, the green iguana has become one of the most problematic invasive species in both North and South America. In places like Florida, where people frequently release exotic pets into the wild, green iguanas have found a new home. These iguanas reproduce rapidly, and without natural predators, their populations have exploded. As a result, they have caused considerable damage to local ecosystems and infrastructure. Their activities include uprooting plants, causing erosion, and even damaging structures with their burrowing. Managing this invasive species has become so critical that specific jobs are dedicated to controlling their numbers in humane ways. The green iguana's rise as an invasive species is a reminder of how even seemingly harmless animals can become ecological threats when introduced into the wrong environment, highlighting the need for responsible pet ownership and better management of invasive species. Number 14. The golden poison, dart frog. Frogs aren't usually considered deadly, but the golden poison dart frog is an exception to that rule. Found in the Colombian Amazon, this small frog produces a potent toxin that coats its skin, making it one of the most poisonous creatures on Earth. The toxin is so powerful that it has the potential to kill a human, though the frog itself is immune to it. This remarkable defense mechanism keeps predators away and helps ensure the frog's survival in its environment. The golden poison. Dart frog is well known among indigenous peoples who have used its toxic secret to coat the tips of their blow darts for hunting. The frog's bright yellow coloration serves as a warning to potential predators, signaling their danger. For anyone visiting the Amazon, it's crucial to avoid touching these vibrant frogs, as their toxicity makes them deadly to humans. This frog's incredible adaptation is a fascinating example of how nature equips its creatures to survive and thrive in even the most dangerous environments. Number 13. The reticulated python. The reticulated python is one of the largest and most powerful snakes in the world. Native to South and Southeast Asia, this giant is known for its impressive swimming skills, which have allowed it to spread to various small islands across the region. But in 2011, one of these snakes made a shocking appearance far from its typical habitat. A 25.2-foot-long reticulated python, weighing in at a hefty 158 kilograms, was discovered in Kansas City, Missouri. This enormous snake, named Medusa, was adopted by Full Moon Productions and went on to become the longest snake in captivity. Medusa is not just long, she's also a voracious eater. Every 2 weeks, she consumes a diet of rabbits, deer, and even hogs, consuming up to 40 pounds of food in one sitting. This snake's presence serves as a reminder of how unpredictable and awe-inspiring nature can be, with creatures like the reticulated python capable of surprising us no matter where they end up. Now it's time for the sweet topic. This photo, taken in Brazil, might just grab your eye, because right there we have what simply has to be the world's largest snake encountered by humans. Just look at the sheer scale of the thing. It is totally unprecedented. The locals in the area had been complaining about feeling small tremors beneath their feet for a while now, with many assuming it was a brewing earthquake. But that didn't quite add up. The area isn't on a fault line, so how could it be that? But then, one day, this snake burst out of the soil, revealing itself as the source of the tremors. Everyone was in such awe, such shock, they froze up, unable to do anything as they watched it wriggle away back underground. Shame, if they killed it, they could have made a lot of shoes. It does raise a big question, though. What more don't we know about what's beneath our feet? As always, let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below using the hashtag #SweetTopic. Number 12. The Burmese python in Florida. Florida is famous for its sunny beaches and theme parks, but it also harbors a much more dangerous secret: the Burmese python. These non-native snakes were introduced to the state after their natural habitat was destroyed during a hurricane in 1992. Since then, they've established a breeding population in the Everglades, causing serious ecological issues. In recent years, hunters in Florida have captured Burmese pythons that can grow up to 18 feet long and weigh over 60 kilograms. One particularly shocking discovery was a pregnant python that was carrying 73 eggs. While these snakes are not inherently dangerous to humans, their presence in Florida has led to a dramatic decline in native wildlife populations. Burmese pythons are formidable predators, preying on mammals, birds, and even reptiles. With no natural predators of their own in Florida, they continue to thrive, wreaking havoc on the ecosystem. As a result, Florida has authorized year-round hunting of these snakes in an attempt to control their numbers, but the damage to the local wildlife has already been significant. Number 11. The Indian python. On Penang Island in Malaysia, construction workers encountered an extraordinary sight while working on a flyover in Paya Terubang. A 26-foot-long Indian python was discovered, and it took the workers about 30 minutes to capture it. The team, accustomed to dealing with snakes, gave the python food and water before releasing it back into the wild. However, just 3 days later, the snake tragically passed away after giving birth. This was an unusual death for a python, as it's rare for them to die after giving birth. An investigation into the incident revealed that one of the workers had accidentally kicked the snake during the capture, likely causing internal injuries that contributed to its death. The Indian python, known for its size and strength, is a powerful constrictor, capable of taking down large prey. While these snakes are typically non-aggressive toward humans, encounters like this remind us of the power and unpredictability of these magnificent creatures. Number 10. The yellow anaconda. One of the largest snakes in the world can be found in the wetlands of South America. While it may not be as famous as its larger cousin, the green anaconda, the yellow variety still commands respect. In Altamira, Brazil, workers at a construction site were stunned when they discovered a massive yellow anaconda that was 33 feet long and weighed around 400 kilograms. To move this enormous creature, they had to use a crane to lift it out of the debris. Though yellow anacondas are not venomous, they are still deadly. Like other constrictors, they use their strength to wrap around prey and suffocate them. In the wild, they typically hunt from the water, ambushing their victims and drowning them before consuming them. They will eat almost anything they can overpower, from fish to amphibians and even capybaras. The massive size and strength of these snakes make them a formidable force in their environment, capable of taking down much larger prey, including humans given the opportunity. Number 9. The Goliath bird eater. Spiders already scare many people, but when you hear about the Goliath bird eater, you'll understand why this tarantula tops the list of terrifying arachnids. Known as the largest spider by weight, the Goliath bird eater can grow up to 13 centimeters in body length and weigh as much as 6.2 ounces, with females generally being the larger of the species. Despite its intimidating name, the Goliath bird eater doesn't always feast on birds. While it's certainly capable of taking down small birds, its diet primarily consists of insects, rodents, and amphibians. On rare occasions, it may snack on a bird, but it is more likely to ambush smaller, easier prey. The Goliath bird eater is native to the rainforests of South America, where it spends most of its time hidden in burrows. Though its size and venomous bite can make it dangerous, the Goliath bird eater is not usually a threat to humans. However, its sheer size and the fear it evokes make it one of the most terrifying creatures in the insect world. Number 8. The black caiman. The black caiman, a massive crocodilian found in the Amazon rainforest, is one of the most fearsome predators in the region. These powerful reptiles are the largest predators in the Amazon, capable of taking on nearly any animal that crosses their path. While they are not the longest predators, they certainly top the charts in terms of sheer mass and strength. The black caiman's dark, nearly black skin allows it to blend seamlessly into the murky waters of the Amazon, making it almost impossible to spot until it's too late. These stealthy hunters are typically most active at night when they stalk their prey from the water, waiting to ambush anything that comes too close. Unlike other predators that kill with a swift bite, the black caiman often drags its victims underwater, drowning them before devouring them. They are capable of taking on large mammals, fish, and even other predators. If you're ever near Amazonian waters, be cautious, as you may not see the black caiman coming until it's already too late. Number 7. Boa constrictor surprise at Red Lobster. At a Red Lobster restaurant in North Carolina, employees were in for quite the surprise when they found a 22-foot boa constrictor lurking in the woods behind the restaurant. This is certainly not something you'd expect while taking a lunch break. Boa constrictors, native to South America, are not found in the wild in the US unless they've been kept as exotic pets. It turns out that boas are a popular choice for those looking to own a unique pet, but when they get too big or are no longer wanted, they sometimes end up abandoned. When authorities arrived to capture the snake, they found that it wasn't aggressive. Instead, it was simply trying to slither away and find a safer place. Despite the initial shock for the employees, the snake was harmless and more interested in escaping than attacking. While boas are known for their size and strength, they typically pose no threat unless they are provoked or feel threatened. If you ever come across one, the best advice is to remain calm, give the snake plenty of space, and let it go on its way. Number 6. Scrub python in Queensland, Australia. Australia is infamous for its wild creatures, and the scrub python is no exception. A massive scrub python was recently spotted in a Queensland rainforest nature park. These pythons can reach lengths of up to 25 feet, though it's rare to see one of that size. In this particular case, park rangers were driving along when they saw what they initially thought was a fallen tree branch. As they got closer, they realized they were looking at one of these enormous snakes, which can be surprisingly stealthy in the dense rainforest. The python was around 16 feet long, still a pretty impressive size for this species. If I were in the ranger's shoes and saw a branch suddenly start moving, I'm pretty sure I'd be out of there in an instant. These pythons are non-venomous constrictors, using their size and strength to overpower their prey. Though they generally avoid human contact, encounters with these giants can be unsettling, especially when they appear out of nowhere in such remote locations. Number 5. African rock python. The African rock python, native to sub-Saharan Africa, is one of the most formidable snakes in the world. Known for its massive size and strength, this snake is a constrictor, using its powerful coils to suffocate its prey. However, unlike other pythons, African rock pythons have been known to cause heart attacks in their victims due to the immense pressure they apply. These snakes have also been spotted far outside their native range, including the swamps of Florida, where they are part of the ongoing struggle with invasive Burmese pythons. While Burmese pythons are infamous for their ability to overpower alligators, African rock pythons are even more aggressive. These snakes don't hesitate to strike, with one scientist describing them as born striking as soon as they emerge from their eggs. Unfortunately, this snake's aggressive nature has led to tragic incidents. In 2013, a 20-foot African rock python escaped its enclosure in Canada, making its way through the air vents and falling from the ceiling onto 2 young boys. The next morning, the boys were found unconscious, with the snake still nearby. The dangers posed by these pythons are real, and incidents like this are not isolated. Back in 2002, a 10-year-old boy was killed and swallowed by an African rock python in Africa, and in 1999, a 3-year-old boy was strangled in Illinois by one of these deadly snakes. Number 4. Papuan python. In Indonesia, a tragic and shocking story unfolded when a 26-year-old man named Akbar went missing after heading out to harvest palm oil on his family's farm. Neighbors reported hearing screams and sounds of a struggle that night, prompting an investigation by authorities. Not far from the farm, they discovered a massive 30-foot-long Papuan python. The snake had a noticeable bulge in its stomach, which looked suspiciously like it had recently consumed something large. Upon cutting the snake open, they made a horrifying discovery. The man was inside. This tragic encounter between human and wildlife highlights the dangers that exist in places like Indonesia, where human settlements and vast rainforests intersect. These forests are home to a wide variety of wildlife, including dangerous predators like tigers and giant snakes. The rapid deforestation in the region only increases the chances of human-wildlife encounters as humans continue to encroach on the natural habitats of these creatures. With populations of species like the Papuan python increasing and human expansion continuing, it's essential that both wildlife and people learn to coexist to reduce such devastating encounters. Number 3. A terrifying encounter with a giant snake. In many tropical regions like South America and Africa, tales of enormous reptiles are common. Whether it's blurry photos or bizarre stories, we've all heard our share of outlandish claims. But one particular encounter stands out from the rest. In 1959, Colonel Remy von Lierde, a Belgian Air Force pilot during World War II, experienced something extraordinary while stationed at an airbase in Kamina, Congo. Returning from a mission, he spotted a massive creature emerging from a hole in the ground. Curious, he circled back to investigate, even lowering his helicopter to get a closer look. To his shock, what he saw was an enormous snake, nearly 50 feet long. This made it one of the largest snakes ever reported. The tension rose when the snake raised its head about 10 feet into the air, appearing to get ready to strike. Despite the danger, Colonel von Lierde managed to capture some photos of the creature. These photos have been examined by experts who agreed they were authentic. The snake's coloration led some to believe it could have been a giant anaconda, though being in Congo adds an element of mystery. This encounter certainly raises the question, what other creatures lurk in the wilderness, just waiting to be discovered? Number 2. The green anaconda. When we think of fearsome creatures, it's hard to beat the intimidating presence of a snake, especially one like the green anaconda. Known as one of the largest and heaviest snake species on the planet, the green anaconda certainly earns its fearsome reputation. This titan can grow over 23 feet long and weigh an astounding 610 pounds, and that's just for the ones measured in captivity. Who knows how large the ones lurking in the wild might grow? Green anacondas are apex predators in their environment, with no natural enemies to worry about. What's particularly amazing about these creatures is their feeding strategy. Their jaws can dislocate, allowing them to swallow prey whole, no matter how large it seems. If you happen to spot an anaconda with a bulging midsection, it's simply digesting its latest meal, sometimes for weeks. Green anacondas are extremely versatile, thriving in rivers, forests, and even climbing trees. Though they generally avoid humans unless provoked, it's always wise to give them plenty of space. Just remember, they're in control of their domain, and you're a guest in their world. Number 1. The diamondback rattlesnake. The diamondback rattlesnake, often referred to as the Texas diamondback, is one of the most dangerous venomous snakes found in the southern United States and parts of Mexico. These snakes are well known for their aggressive nature, and they aren't afraid to stand their ground. When threatened, they'll shake their rattles as a warning. But if you ignore the warning, you might find yourself bitten by one of these deadly creatures. In July 2017, a woman named Kathy Terry encountered one of these rattlesnakes in Florida. While she was out and about, she spotted the massive snake stretched across a 2-lane road. In her footage, she noted that the snake took up nearly 3/4 of the road's width. If she hadn't been paying attention, she might have stepped right on it as she exited her vehicle. Diamondback rattlesnakes are equipped with venom that can be deadly. Their venom is a potent hemotoxin which destroys red blood cells and causes severe tissue damage. If bitten, immediate medical attention is critical to prevent fatal consequences. This snake's aggressive nature and the danger it poses make it one you certainly want to avoid when out in the wild. What's the most dangerous animal in the world? Let us know in the comments below. See you next time.